hey guys, we have someone else right here on the couch. Olulade Adeniyi is a Nigerian actor, screenwriter, and cultural enthusiast. As an actor, he has been active in the Nigerian film industry since 2004. With a role in the popular production of Tajuddin Adikbetu's One Love soap opera, he's also featured in several projects such as My Siblings and I, House Helps, and so much more. Right now, right here, I would love the drums to roll. Yay! Good to have you back here.
Thank you for having me.
And I'll say congratulations on completing your master's in African Traditional Studies. And tell us, good news, you were awarded
Best graduating MA student in religious studies.
That is such fantastic news. I remember the last time you were right here in the studio, you told us that you had started your master's and you were still in the process of it, and here you are, you know, being awarded. So how's the journey been so far? Talk to us.
School hard. At any level, school is quite tedious. But I'm glad I went through the process and I learned a lot. Not just about the academic aspect, but I learned a lot about life, and it wasn't all rosy since then. I have been through ups and downs, and I made the whole process of getting my master's degree. I went through a lot, especially during writing my dissertation, going about for research.
What was your dissertation about?
My dissertation was about Eson and Atunwa.
Talk to us about what's Eson and Atunwa.
Retribution and reincarnation in Yoruba, retribution or karma, as you would have it.
Okay.
And reincarnation.
Okay, so does it exist? Because there's been a lot of debates about reincarnation, and it's quite common or popular or more prominent, I'll say, in terms of the beliefs about reincarnation with in the Yorubas, within the Yorubas. So what would you say during your dissertation? What did you learn about reincarnation, particularly? Because, well, karma is another conversation for another day. But yeah, reincarnation.
Yeah, but in my research, I realized that reincarnation has 3 different variants according to Yorubas.
Okay. We
have the Abiku, those that are born to die, or like spirits that go back. And we have Akudaya, living wraith, and we have Ipadawaye, that's the return of an ancestor.
Okay.
And they are very evident, but we don't know how, especially for the Akudaya, we don't know how it happens, but they are evident, they exist in the society.
They exist. You know what they say about when one dies, the body, it's just the body that dies, but the soul continues living, like it moves into another body. Is that what reincarnation is about? Would you say that's what, can you tie reincarnation into that, philosophy?
I already told you that it has 3 different variants.
Yeah.
As for the Abicos, based on research, we were able to realize that there are some children that after being given birth to, when they die, their parents place a mark on them.
So
and
that's
they come
how
back
you
with the
know
same mark
them. Fantastic.
At the same spot. Now, for the Akudaya, it's only another question for research.
Okay.
Right? Okay. How is it possible for the Akudaya to return in the same body?
After all this experience with, African traditional studies, we've seen a lot of Yoruba movies depict, your beliefs, the beliefs of, traditional beliefs, culture, stories, also highlighting on, some of these traditionals like the Abiko, reincarnation. You also talked about karma.
Karma, yes.
All of these beliefs. As an actor and screenwriter, what do you intend to do with all of this experience in terms of highlighting, some of these beliefs, and you're also changing the narrative around it?
As a screenwriter, I'm grateful for my experience in research.
Yeah.
So before I embark on any story, I'll do my proper research on how to represent whatever entity it is properly.
Okay.
Over the years, the Isheshe community has been receiving a lot of misrepresentation.
Okay.
Due to what Yoruba industry has been
In Yoruba movie industry, you mean?
Exactly,
Right.
what they've been depicting.
Okay.
And it's based on, it's due to lack of enough research.
Okay.
You'll find that some of them have done their proper research before embarking on the story.
Okay.
You'd see it evidently in the movie.
Right.
But there are some that just go by, okay, this is what we learned, this is what we learned. And it's so annoying for me to be watching a movie and I'll see a person that is supposed to be a babalawo saying stuff like, like the Okpele is supposed to reveal a binary code to you,
Okay.
and you interpret what the code is saying, not that you're seeing a vision in between the Okpele.
Okay.
So that's total misrepresentation. As a screenwriter, I wouldn't want to write it that way.
How would you write it?
I would write it the proper way, the way a babalawo is supposed to do divination. A babalawo is not seeing vision in between the Okpele or with the Ikin.
Okay.
He is decoding the message from the universe. And your Okpele,
What's the difference between a babalawo and an Ifa priest? Because you are an Ifa priest.
I for the sake of my senior colleagues and my fathers in the system, I am an Omuawu.
What's an Omuawu?
An apprentice of Ifa priesthood.
Okay, so but you're working in that journey.
Yes.
Right.
A babalawo is an Ifa priest.
Okay.
Someone who understands Ifa.
Okay.
Who understands the philosophical, the scientific, the religious aspects of Ifa.
Okay. Now let's talk about I know we're going deeper right now because basically what the essence of this is to just, broaden our understanding so that a lot of people are not just saying things in ignorance. Yeah. For example, you talked about misrepresentation, with the Yoruba movie industry, how, they misrepresent a particular culture and tradition of certain people, and that's what we would like to clarify on. But then now let's talk about the divination aspect of reading divination, people's destiny. How does it work? Talk to us about it.
I always tell people that when you go for divination and the babalawo says, Ifa says, it's different from what you see in the Bible that God says, I am abundantly rich according to Christ in glory.
His riches in glory.
Glory in Christ Jesus.
Right.
It's different from that. That is God saying. But what Ifa is saying is what your Ori, the Igbos will call it Chi, what your divine self, your God self, is actually revealing to Ifa.
The Japanese people also call it Chi as well.
Exactly.
Right.
It is that's what Ifa is revealing to you. It's Ifa is.
Would you refer to it as the universe?
Would
you refer to it as the universe?
Refer to what exactly?
The Chi.
The Chi. No, the Chi is not the universe.
Okay.
The Ori is not the universe.
Okay.
The Ori is the God.
Okay.
The observer.
Okay.
The selector of destiny.
Okay.
While Ifa is the witness of destiny.
Okay.
And that's why Ifa knows everything. Ifa was there. We call Ifa the voice of Olodumare, the supreme being.
Oh, okay.
So when you're listening to Ifa, it's not literally an entity, but the voice of Olodumare.
Okay. Olodumare is God.
That's
another conversation for another day. Okay.
But that's why I love to use the English term supreme being.
Supreme being.
Because when you say God, I would have to start thinking of, for God to love the world that He gave His only begotten
Son.
Olodumare doesn't have only a begotten son. Eson is also a child of Olodumare. And that's why Eson Ogbogun, no matter how many charms you use, no matter how many times you pray or fast, Eson Ake, that's you're going to get the reward of your actions. So
do charms work? Do they exist?
Charms work. The only charm that doesn't work, it means the leaf is not complete. The ingredients are not complete. So
these ingredients you're talking about are natural habitats, like leaves.
The leaves that a lot of bulldozers cover just to build houses.
Right. So
what you might call an unwanted plant sometimes might be a plant that could cure cancer.
You know what? It's been quite, this conversation has been very short, but I mean, I want to lean into more because it's quite interesting. I mean, it's opening my mind to a lot of, you know, beliefs and traditions, but then again, we'll talk more about it, but we have to go to the kitchen now. Okay. And our chef has been hard at work. Okay. Shall we?
All right.
Please.
Thank you.
Okay.